This has serious implications for the Dodgers. And one of the biggest reasons this has serious implications for the Dodgers is because of all the starting pitching injuries that the Dodgers have endured this season. So, yes, when it comes down to this one, this does have serious implications for the Blue Crew. And let's get down to business. Well, he's back on the mound, whether you like it or not. Kershaw, yep, the three-time Cy Young winner, MVP from the World Series. He from 2020 World Series is on the mound tonight, and I'll tell you what, boy, it is in his hands right now. As the song says, he's got the whole world in his hands, and he needs to step up and make it happen. Because of the injuries, this is why this is such a big deal for the Dodgers and for Clayton Kershaw. I mean, he's been the GOAT of the team for so many years, and now he starts things off at Citi Field against the Mets when there's, I think, in the next 3 weeks, 6 or 7 games against the Mets? So set the tone. Kershaw, this is your opportunity to get it done, and you really got to hope that Kershaw can be on his A game and not like the last start for Clayton Kershaw. Well, he's done quite well against the Mets. So you got to look at what has he done in the last. He's faced the regular season time, I think 17 different regular season games, and it's probably one of the top two teams that he has beat over the years. A 2.03 ERA versus the Mets. That's huge. He's always done well against them. I see how this lined up. I see why Roberts did it this way. You line up Kershaw to go with a team he's had experience with, the team that he's faced and he's had success with, and he's had success at Citi Field too as well. So, could this be the opportunity for him to step up in a big way? And you really got to hope so for the Dodgers because, tell you what, if there's one time you need the dude, right now is when you need the dude. And you see what the ERA is. Well, don't dwell on the ERA. It's what he didn't last very long on that game. What was it? Just a few innings. 11.25 ERA. Not a good start. And the key to Kershaw is, in my mind, is if Kershaw starts well and gets through that first inning without a bunch of runs, that's a good night. That's a good start. And you've got to hope that Kershaw can make that happen in a big way. Because, look, it's up to him now, right? This is all lining up. Doc wants him on the mound. He's had success playing against the Mets. So what do? You bring him up there and you put him in the mix and you run with him. And there's so much hate that I saw on messages when I bring up the Kershaw thing. He should be gone. He should be sent out. But have an idea of what you would do. Oh, he should be taken out of here. Like he should be demoted. He should be cut from the team. It's like because of the one start. Okay, are you gonna give him another chance? Because I'll tell you what, they're gonna give him another chance, and they're giving him a few chances. Like I'll tell you, with Kershaw coming in tonight, and even if he does bad, he's gonna be scheduled for 5 days later with another start. It's not like this is gonna depend on that, but this is a big way to set the tone against the Mets because you face them so many darn times, right? Here's the bio. Here's what his work is. Look, he only went 4 innings, so look to him. The key to his success is get through that first inning without giving up runs. If Kershaw can do and without giving up without throwing 30 pitches, right? If he could get through that first inning unscathed, then look for him to have a good quality start for him. He's still got 4 innings in, but the ERA 11.25. But look at the regular season. Look at the numbers. He's been a part of 433 games, 212 wins, 94 losses. His career ERA 2.51, innings pitched 2,746.2. But you gotta love the strikeouts. 2,970, just 30 strikeouts away from going 3,000. And he's got to be the guy to do that in a Dodger uniform. So I don't care what it takes, but we need him to get 30 Ks. And I don't know how he's going to do it. Can't be doing 2 Ks a night. That's going to take too long. But we need Kirsch to step up and drop like 7 or 8 Ks in there tonight. And that would be quite helpful for Kershaw on that to do well. All right. Shohei is continuing his rehab and his pitching. Could be facing live hitters. They're talking about this weekend that they might put live hitters in. Not a bunch of weekend at Bernie dudes in there, some dead dudes. We're talking about live hitting he's facing. And do you think that he is ready to go? Is Shohei ready to start facing live pitching? And what if there's, you know, he gets hit or something? I mean, I don't know, but what does Mark Pryor say about this whole thing? He's the pitching coach. Let's leave it up to him, right? Ohtani's been working back to get back, but pitching coach Mark Pryor noted that Ohtani's throwing progression is unique and difficult to manage. He also noted that Ohtani's offense slows down his rehab at times. All right, you need to really think about that because that's actually that's a big deal right there, because he has to, if he's running bases and he's got to work, he's got a big workload. Well, that's a problem right there, because there are days where he goes 4 for 4. He's running around the base path. He comes in the next day, he's feeling tired or exhausted. So throwing work volume needs to be cut short or tweaked to manage that. That's what Pryor said on Dodgers territory. It's been an ongoing learning process for everyone involved. Sure, and that makes complete sense. I mean, if he's going 4 for 4, yeah, and he's running bases, you know, that's a lot of work for him. I mean, if he's just hitting 4 home runs, that's a little bit easier. But yeah, that's a big deal right there. And if you don't take that into consideration on the rehab, what are you doing? Because that is a big part, because he's a big part of the offense. And so if he has a big day and you have these plans for him the next day, well, you've got to back off on that a little bit and adjust. Here's what Roberts has been saying. I'm trying to temper it because I know that we're being very methodical with this. Clearly, Roberts said earlier this month. But yeah, when you see the arm and you see what he can do, you sort of, I put my head in the place of, how can he help us right now? But I'm trying to be patient. That's Doc right there on that. And you know what? That's a great point. That is a great, great point, because you're looking at him and you're like, dude, this guy can help the team now. All right? Sure, he can help the team now, but you've got to be methodical. And a lot of Dodger viewers here on Dodgers Digest have said the same thing. A lot of you guys got some big brains on your head, and you're saying the same thing. You got to be careful with him. You can't just overwork him. And then, like Pryor says, you got to time it out. You got to time out what's going on. But keep this in mind. Ohtani may be taking his time to get ready, but his return could be coming at an important time. Think about this, folks. Chew on this for a bit. Blake Snell, Glasnow, and Roki are all currently injured. All three could end up returning before Ohtani, but that means when Ohtani does come back, he'll be joining a fully staffed rotation in time for the postseason run. Can I get a heck yeah? I mean, that's, if you think about it that way, which I haven't really a lot of times thought about it that way, but if you think about it that way, with them all coming back, with Roki, Snell, and Glasnow all coming back, and if they really do hold Ohtani to pitching after the All-Star break, man, it could be a very potent pitching lineup. And as long as the Dodgers can keep doing what they're doing, right, and staying in that spot right there, first place, 2 games up in first place. Sending a message definitely to the Mets would be a good one. But the Dodgers right now, you've got to like where they're sitting right now. And if they can hold on and keep that position and be like 5 or 6 games up and everybody comes back at the same time, give me a break. That would be absolutely awesome for the Dodgers. All right. Dodgers faced Mets Citi Field, first time since the postseason. So you know the Mets are going to have something to prove, and they're going to want to jump on the Dodgers right away. So this could be really tough. Kershaw has traditionally had bad first innings. You just got to know the key to his success tonight was to not have a bad first inning. We need Kersh to be the old Kersh, or the Kersh that versus the Mets, as he's always been against the Mets. 6 to 7 games against them in the next few weeks. A lot to prove and a lot to make it happen, and need to make it happen tonight. So let's say our positive prayers for Kersh to get through the first inning solid and get some strikeouts, man. We got 30 to go. All right. Hey, that's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. Subscribe. Yep, we're getting closer to 8,000. Can you believe it? Just started out with like 1, and then we're almost at 8,000. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. That's going to do it. As you go through the day, just remember, think Dodger Blue, and let's Go Dodgers.